Welcome back to our YouTube channel.
I'm Dee.
And I'm Daya.
And this is Dee&Daya
TV. Today, you guys, we have our first ever Motivational Monday
videos
for you guys. So I hope you guys are super excited. Before we get into the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you're not already subscribed and part of our YouTube family. Don't forget to thumbs up this video, and we want to hear what you guys like or want to see next, or any suggestions or your thoughts. We want to hear all that down below in the comment section. And also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload, which are Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So with no further ado, let's get right into the video. Alrighty, so for today's motivational video, we wanted to kind of like set the tone for you guys. So we got some music we're going to be playing in the background. Just some nice, chill, relaxing music that we're gonna play for you guys. So yeah, we're gonna play that, and you'll just hear our voices along with the music. So alrighty, is that too loud? I don't think it is. Alright, so for today, our very first Motivational Mondays, it's actually gonna be coming from a topic that we were talking about yesterday. So on Sunday, God gave my husband an amazing word, and as I read the verse that he gave my husband, he gave me some stuff. So I was like, we should totally use that, or give that and share that with you guys.
So I was preaching, and she kept texting me while I was preaching. So I just had her come up with me. Because, like, you ain't going to text me what God is giving you and expect me to deliver the message that God is giving to you. No, it's not going to work like that. So I had her come up and preach with me. We were talking about John 15. So when I got to church, we sat in the back, and God began to deal with me about life support. And he took me to John 15. And so we came out of John 15, where it says that I am the true vine and my Father is the husbandman. And he branch in me that bears not fruit, he taketh away, and any branch that bears fruit, he purges it. So basically he cleans it so that it may bring forth even more fruit.
And when he showed me that verse, I was like, that's just the way, okay, obviously that's just the way that God works. But it really had me thinking about like real life plants. Like, I know growing up, my mom had lots of plants in the house. And every so often she would have to prune a plant.
Yeah.
So the plant was already fruitful, but sometimes there would be like dead leaves, and those dead leaves would collect at the bottom of the pot, like where the roots and stuff were, the soil. And those dead leaves she would have to prune out. She would have to cleanse those dead leaves out, because ultimately they would hinder the plant from really being as fruitful or as bountiful as it could be. And that's the same thing with us. Sometimes we have different leaves that hinder us and hinder our growth in God, and hinder us from going to that complete next level. And when I read that just came to me. I had to share that with my husband, because I'm like, sometimes those dead leaves, they can be people, they can be things, they can be, I know when he was preaching, he said they can be jobs, they can be anything that really just keeps you from going in that next level in him, and really keeps you from giving your all in him. So it's not like you're not already bearing fruit, you're already bearing fruit, but it's not to the magnitude that God would like for you to be bearing fruit at.
So sometimes he has to take those different things out of your life. And sometimes we don't want it. Sometimes we might want to try to hold on to it. But sometimes we have to remember that God never does anything without a plan. Mm-hmm. And so the plan that God might have for your life, some people might can't go with you. Some things can't come with you, but God wants to take you. So he has to clean those things. He has to take those things away from you. But you have to remain and trust in him. Lean not to your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. He will direct you to the things that he wants you to do, the places that he wants you to go, the people he needs you to talk to. And sometimes we can't do those, that we're still holding on and clinging to things that God is trying to remove out of our lives. So we have to learn how to let those things go, that God, so that, like she said, so that God can get us to our next level, our next dimension.
And in that process, the biggest thing, like I know for me, God, had to move some people out the way that I was just like, no, I'm not ready. But you got to get to the point where you're like, Lord, I trust the process. I surrender. And once you get to that point, that's when you see things move. That's when you see things change. That's when God is truly able to use you and take you, as I've been saying, to that next level.
And it's not going to be easy.
No.
It's not going to be easy. No one said ever it was be. But as long as we're trusting in God, that's why God gave me life support. Because sometimes we feel like we're on the edge of giving up. We're on the edge of breaking down. We're on the edge of not being able to make it. And God is saying, no, I got you. I'm holding on to you. If you stay connected to me, I got you. You're not going to fall. I won't put more on you than you can bear.
And I just want to say this. Some of you guys that may be watching this video that feel like you're on the edge. That feel like, you know what? How much more can I take? I don't know if I can do this anymore. Or you just feel like giving up. You feel like running away. You feel like throwing in the towel. You feel like, you know what? Is it worth it? And at those, when you're at your lowest points, that's when I feel like the devil, he really just tends to want to have the most fun.
Yeah.
And he wants to plant those evil thoughts, plant those suicidal thoughts, plant those seeds of, oh, you're this, you're that, you're never going to come out, you're always going to be here. Those words where you just feel like, I'm just going to be stuck like this forever. And I just want to say to those people, because I felt like that, the situation you may be in now is not your final destination.
It's not.
What God has planned for you is greater and bigger than whatever you're going through right now. And I know at that particular time, at that moment, it is so hard to see it. It is so hard to look past the misery. It's so hard to look past everything that you're going through. But you have to, in that moment, you have to realize the God that I serve is bigger than whatever I'm going through. The God that I serve is greater than any situation that I am faced up against.
And that reminds me of a story in the Bible where Jesus sent the disciples over to the other side, and as they were going to the other side, the wind began to blow hard, and the tides began to stand up real tall, and the lightning and the thunder started to roar and to flash, and it began to rock the boat, and Jesus came walking out on the disciples' problems. See, your problem might be too big for you, but your problem is not too big for God.
And I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but some of us right now, we are in the process, we're on that sea. We're in the process of going from one place to the other. And in that process of going from one place to the other, the boat, it may get a little shaky. The storm may seem a little big.
Yeah. The
waves may seem like they may overcome. But at the end of the day, I'm here to tell you that it may seem one way. It may look one way, but it is not. Those waves may grow, they may get big, but they will not overtake you.
No.
Because at the end of the day, anything that God allows you to go through, He will see you out of.
Yes.
And He will always be there with you, walking with you, being with you, being your life support. In that moment when the disciples thought that, you know what, this is it, and we're not gonna make it out, we may drown, we may die. I don't know what they were thinking, but if I was in that situation, I can't swim. So I would have been thinking, okay, Lord, please forgive me because I'm about to meet you today. They may have been having those thoughts of this is it, but God had to remind them who He was, and He came walking out on their storm, in their storm.
And watch this. The even crazier part is, not only did He walk out on their storms, Peter said, God, if that is you, command me to come out to you. And he got out of the boat and began to walk on his own problem. It wasn't until he took his eyes off of Jesus that he began to sink, and Jesus had to rescue him. So as long as you keep your eyes on God, as long as you keep your eyes on the mark, there is nothing you can do, because God is right there holding you. God is right there leading you. God is right there teaching you, telling you and directing you on which way to go. You just got to trust Him.
God is your life support.
He's your life support.
That's the one thing that today we want to stress with you guys. As you go through on with the rest of this week, as you keep on pressing. Just remember, God is your life support. Look yourself in the mirror and say, God, you are my life support.
You are my life support.
Sometimes we have to remind ourselves, because sometimes we forget.
We definitely do.
Sometimes we forget, and we forget who God is. We forget that He is bigger than whatever we're going through, and we let the size of our problems overcome or seem greater than the God that we serve.
Jekalyn Carr has a song called Out Bigger. And I love the song because she says that anything you're going through, cancer, AIDS, headaches, depression, anything, God is bigger than that. He's bigger than that. He can heal cancer just like He can take away a headache. That's the God that we serve. That's the God that I serve. That's the God that I read about. That's the God that I pray to.
And another Jekalyn Carr. I want to make sure I say her name right. Another Jekalyn Carr song that just really inspires me, especially like as I'm starting my day. I like to listen to this song. I am a winner.
Yes.
And it's like something that I not only do I listen to, but I sing and I recite to myself, because it's like sometimes you forget. Sometimes you forget who you are in God.
Yeah.
And it's like hearing that song just really motivates me. So I really want to encourage all of you guys watching today to listen to that song.
We're going to put it in a link into it.
Yes, most definitely. Listen to this song throughout your week, and I promise you it will encourage you throughout the rest of this week. And remember, you can't just say that you're a winner and not look like one. You can't just say that you're a winner and not act like one.
And not live like one.
So enough of that with your head down, enough of that being depressed, enough of just slumped over. We are winners.
Yes.
We are winners.
Even if you don't feel like it, smile.
Yes.
Remember, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile.
So I encourage you guys, as we close this video, I encourage you guys to smile. I encourage you guys to say, I'm a winner. And most importantly, I encourage you guys to remember who your life support is.
And if you're not saved, and you don't know who your life support is, and you feel like giving up, I know a man named Jesus, and He's standing there. Even right now, you might feel like, God, I've done too much. I've went too far. I've strayed too far away, that you're not there. But that's where you're wrong. He's standing right there with His arms open wide, telling you, come on, I got you. He's knocking at your door. Are you ready to open up? If you are, just believe in your heart that Jesus is the Son of God, that He came down, that He died for your sins, and that He rose again, and that He's sitting right now at the right hand of the Father pleading your case. If you believe that and you trust that, right now you're my brother, you're her brother. Right now you're my sister, you're her sister. You've been inducted into the royal family, a family that is greater than any family on this earth. You're a part of God's family.
Indeed. So with that being said, we'll also link some helpful information on, starting off and becoming a part of the family. Some different links that I feel, or that we feel, to be helpful for you guys, along with those songs that we mentioned previously in the video. We just want to be, as we stated in our very first video, and even in our About section on our channel, we just really want to be an inspiration and help people. So I hope that this video, more than anything, helped you. I hope you gained something from this video. So I have nothing else to say.
I have nothing else to say.
So we have nothing else to say for you guys. Last thing I do want to say is enjoy your week. Have a blessed week. And continue to remember that God is your life support.
God bless.